evening, my friend, and welcome to your guided sleep story. My name is Johnny Midnight, and it is my privilege to be the voice that you listen to as you go to sleep tonight. To the story, the sounds and music will continue to play so they can accompany you a little longer while you sleep. If you want the video to end sooner, YouTube allows you to add a timer that you can set in the settings. Also, make sure to disable autoplay so your sleep won't be interrupted by ads from upcoming videos. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Wish you a pleasant rest and a great sleep. Now, make yourself comfortable, and whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes. Notice your resting body and how comfortably warm and pleasant it is for you right now. Breathe in and out naturally and feel your chest rise and fall. New calming energy flows into your body, and with each exhale, you let go of everything that no longer serves you. Feel the comforting warmth and how much your body loosens. Let go of everything that has burdened you today and surrender to your breath. Enjoy the peace and relaxation. Sometimes it approaches faster, sometimes it may longer. Don't force yourself. This is your time. Feel the security and warmth around you. You may also feel gratitude. It may be that there was a moment today that was special to you, even if it is only the gratitude of being here in this place and feeling the relaxation. Keep breathing in your rhythm and let this positive energy flow. Imagine that everything around you disappears in a soft mist, as if you were on a soft cloud that carries you weightlessly and gently through the night. Completely sheltered and full of lightness. Just be and enjoy the peace. Notice how your muscles loosen more and more as your back stretches in a pleasant way. Allow yourself to sink into your relaxation with each breath. You sink deeper and deeper and let go of everything. It's time for your sleep story. Tonight, we travel to one of the greatest cities on planet Earth, Copenhagen. We meet some people there who work during the night when the rest of us are asleep. First Copenhagener we meet this evening is Aksel Sørensen. Aksel Sørensen the baker. He owns a little bakery just around the corner from the Little Mermaid statue in Copenhagen. Aksel Sørensen's bakery has been in the family for a very, very long time. He is one of a long line of bakers who have lived in this house above this little bakery. As Copenhagen sleeps, Aksel Sørensen awakes 6 nights a week. Aksel Sørensen leaves his sleeping wife and gets up in the dead of the night to make pastries and bread for the rest of the city of spires. He doesn't find it difficult. It's part of life, part of his natural rhythm. As he walks into the bathroom, the lights in the house are still off, and he looks out through the window at the sleeping city. The stars shine brightly down upon Copenhagen. It is winter time, and the white snow that sits on the ground below glistens in the starlight. Aksel Sørensen loves this time of the day. It feels like all the world is his. He stands in the darkness, his bare feet touching the warm wooden floor, and he feels grounded. He takes some deep breaths in and out, in and out, in and out. He feels warm inside as he looks out on the cold night. He feels cozy, if you like. He dresses, brushes his teeth, and descends down into the little bakery. His first job is to fire up the ovens. He lights them, and every day without fail enjoys the light popping of the comforting sound of the wood burning. He looks around the kitchen, pretty much unchanged in over 100 years. He thinks of his father and mother, long gone now, and the joy in life that they experienced together in this hallowed place. He takes out his pastries, some of it prepared the night before, and he starts to roll, adding butter as he does this rolling motion he has done 100 million times before. His arms are strong because of it, and there's something he loves about it. The process, the craftsmanship, care and attention to detail that only someone who really cares about what they do can display. As he rolls, he likes to think of it as his morning meditation. It is, in a way, his way of connecting to something higher. He loses himself in it, and it isn't long before Aksel Sørensen has created lots and lots of little triangles that will be rolled up and made into croissants. As Aksel Sørensen looks upon his work over in the National Museum, Astrid Holm, a security guard, is in the middle of her shift. She is sitting behind her desk looking at a group of television screens showing her views throughout the museum. She decides to walk through the empty halls. In fact, it's one of her favorite things to do. You see, Astrid Holm is an art student and cleverly got a job at the National Museum so that she can enjoy all of the great masterpieces all on her own. She walks along the great empty halls of this magnificent, great and empty building. She feels, in a way not unlike Aksel Sørensen, that the world is hers at this time of night, and sometimes she likes to pretend that the paintings are hers too. This building was originally built as a royal residence, and it took many years to build. As Astrid Holm walks through it, she looks up at everything around her, not just the paintings, but the building itself. The ornate detail and craftsmanship are astonishing. Eventually, she arrives to her favorite room, and yes, you guessed it. It's the room where the Danish Golden Age paintings are displayed. These paintings, masterpieces of Danish art, are some of the best known, most visited, most written about, most sung of about works of art in all the world. It's believed that artists worked on these paintings for many years in the early 1800s. They have been in the National Museum for over 100 years, and of course, normally it's difficult to look at them. There are so many people standing in front of them. But not tonight, not for Astrid Holm. Most nights that Astrid Holm works, she is granted a private audience with the world's most famous paintings. As a little girl, she had posters of these paintings in her room, and in some ways, she can't believe that she gets to see these paintings in the flesh on her own every night. She stands close to the great paintings, looking at the delicate features of these mysterious figures. One knows exactly who some of these figures are or were. They are some of humanity's great mysteries, mysteries that will more than likely remain unanswered. She looks at the brushstrokes and she imagines the hand of the great artist working tirelessly and patiently on these exquisite works. She tries to imagine where they would have painted them. In their studios in Copenhagen or outside in the country, maybe both. In some strange way, she feels connected to these artists. She thinks that we as humans are all connected, and that in itself is beautiful. It's a thought that was generated by looking at art, and that's why Astrid Holm loves art. She feels tired now, sleepy in fact, and she decides to keep walking through the great museum. While Astrid Holm walks around the National Museum outside, driving slowly through the snow is Magnus Dahl, a taxi driver. Magnus Dahl likes to work these hours when there's no traffic on the streets of Copenhagen. He, like Astrid Holm and Aksel Sørensen, enjoys the warm feeling just for a few hours that the world is his and is alone. He passes the National Museum and looks at the building. The thought strikes him that he has never been inside despite growing up in Copenhagen. He drives along the Great Nyhavn Canal and opens his window for a moment to feel the cool air of the night and to hear the calming flow of the water outside. Eventually, he arrives at the round tower. He has a ritual every night that when he passes this world-famous icon, he parks the car, gets out, and looks up at what was a very controversial monument when it was first constructed. He loves this tower and he looks at it, taking in its enormity and grandeur. And every night, the thought strikes him that he is lucky to live in this place. He allows himself to feel gratitude for the life he lives, for the place he lives, and for the people he loves, and to love him in return. He knows that so many people around the world would love to see the round tower just once in their life. Magnus Dahl sees it every day, and that privilege is not lost on him. It's cold outside. And so Magnus Dahl gets back in the car and continues his nighttime drive through Copenhagen. He has a call to do a pickup at the Hotel Dangleterre. Someone is going to the airport, Copenhagen Airport. As Magnus Dahl begins his journey towards Copenhagen Airport with a businessman in the back, Freja Christensen, an air stewardess, is aboard a SAS A320 aircraft flying in from Stockholm. Freja Christensen has worked a long shift and she is very tired. It seems to her that nearly all 65 passengers on board are fast asleep. The people in business class are lying out horizontally. Freja Christensen is preparing for landing in the next few minutes. Has worked hard tonight aboard this great metal bird of the skies. It is never lost on Freja Christensen just how privileged she is to fly around the world. Yesterday she was in Stockholm, the Venice of the North. Later tonight she will be in Copenhagen, her home, the city of spires. As she announces to the sleeping passengers that soon they will land, she thinks how amazing it is that all of these people and all of their luggage in this great machine can fly high above in the sky and to travel halfway around our beautiful home Earth. The thought also strikes her that nothing exceptional like this happens without humans working together. Humanity working together is when we are at our best. While Freja Christensen prepares the sleeping passengers for landing, the pilots prepare the great plane to land. As the plane touches down in Copenhagen Airport and the passengers disembark the plane, Aksel Sørensen takes out a beautiful tray of croissants, the smell wafting through the streets of Copenhagen. The night is slowly blending into day, and soon Aksel Sørensen welcomes his first customer. Freja Christensen walks into the bakery and buys herself a croissant. She greets Aksel Sørensen with a smile, and Aksel Sørensen greets Freja Christensen with familiarity. These two know each other well. Soon, Freja Christensen is walking home eating her croissant, and Astrid Holm pops into the bakery and buys a pain au chocolate. Aksel Sørensen is always happy to see Astrid Holm. Then Astrid Holm happily heads home to her little apartment near Entry Point. port. It isn't long before Magnus Dahl parks his car outside the bakery, comes in, and buys himself a baguette before getting in his car and driving out of the city to his home in the Copenhagen suburbs. Now, Aksel Sørensen's wife, Sophie, comes downstairs and greets her husband with a warm embrace. Aksel Sørensen kisses his wife on the cheek and goes upstairs. He changes and gets into bed for a well-earned sleep. He stretches out in his bed and feels so very tired. As Aksel Sørensen is closing his eyes, so is Freja Christensen. She is in her dark little room feeling cozy and ready for sleep. Magnus Dahl has said hello to his children and wife, and now he is under a warm duvet, his head on the pillow in his very comfortable bed, about to have a very well-earned sleep. Meanwhile, Astrid Holm is already in a deep sleep, dreaming of the Danish Golden Age paintings in Copenhagen. Soon all of our friends who we have followed tonight are sleeping deeply. But the night in Copenhagen is not yet completely silent. In the dimly lit Copenhagen Zoo, Mikkel Jensen, the night zookeeper, is making his rounds. The majestic lions are stirring, their soft rumbles echoing through the quiet enclosures. Mikkel has a special connection with these animals, bond forged over years of late-night feedings and patient observation. Tonight, he's checking on a new arrival, a playful baby giraffe named Giraffe Jr., who seems to have an insatiable curiosity even in the darkest hours. Mikkel smiles as he watches Giraffe Jr. gingerly take a few steps, its long legs wobbling slightly before finding steady footing. He knows his work is important, ensuring these magnificent creatures are safe and sound while the city sleeps. The crisp night air nips at his cheeks, but the warmth of his purpose keeps him going. He pauses by the elephant enclosure, watching the gentle giants sway in their sleep. Their enormous bodies a testament to nature's grandeur. He thinks about the cycles of life, the quiet rhythm of the natural world, and how his small role contributes to its harmony. He continues his patrol, the soft sounds of the nocturnal animals a soothing symphony around him. A stark contrast to the busy days when the zoo is filled with visitors. He reaches the nocturnal house where the owls hoot softly and the bats flit through the darkness. Their calls a familiar comfort. Mikkel feels a profound sense of peace in these quiet moments, a feeling of being truly present in the world. He makes sure all the gates are securely latched and that the automatic feeders are functioning correctly. His final stop is the observation deck, where he gazes out at the twinkling lights of the city, a sprawling blanket of human activity that will soon awaken. He takes a deep breath of the cold night air, a silent acknowledgement of the beautiful, intricate dance between human endeavor and the wild world. Miles away, in a quiet suburban garage, Solveig Karlsson tinkers with delicate gears and microscopic circuits. Solveig is a watchmaker, a craftsperson who breathes life into intricate timepieces. She prefers to work at night, when the world is hushed and the subtle click and whir of her tools are the only sounds. Tonight, she's restoring an antique pocket watch, a family heirloom brought to her by a descendant of a famous Danish explorer. The tiny components demand her absolute focus, each movement of her tweezers precise and deliberate. She meticulously cleans a tiny spring, then reassembles a miniature gear train. her fingers moving with practiced grace. The faint ticking of the other watches in her workshop provides a steady, rhythmic backdrop to her work, a constant reminder of the passage of time. She sips from a mug of warm tea, the steam rising gently in the cool night air. She loves the challenge of bringing these old pieces back to life, imagining the journeys they've taken, the moments they've witnessed. Each watch has a story, and she sees herself as a guardian of those stories. She carefully places the restored movement back into its polished silver casing, then winds the watch. The faint, satisfying tick-tock fills the silence, a testament to her dedication and skill. She holds the watch to her ear, listening to its steady beat, a tiny heart brought back to life. She knows that tomorrow the explorer's descendant will be overjoyed, a piece of their history revived. Solveig packs the watch carefully into a velvet pouch ready for its journey home. She stretches, a satisfying release of tension, and looks at the clock on her wall. The first hints of dawn are painting the sky, and she knows it's time for her own well-deserved rest. She turns off the workbench light, the soft glow of her tools fading into the darkness, leaving the quiet workshop to the ticking of countless stories. Now it's time for you to sink into a peaceful and restful sleep. Your body works powerfully and reliably. You can detach your mind from my words, drift off, dream, and sleep. You are safe and secure. Sleep deeply and soundly. Your body heals, regenerates, strengthens. Everything works powerfully and reliably. Your mind rests. You can let yourself drift away. All is warm, all is safe. Everything rests in the depths of the night. Everything is good, and you feel good. Perhaps you feel a tingling in your feet or hands, or perceive a heaviness or lightness. It helps you to switch off. Wake up the next morning refreshed and energized with new motivation and strength. Be open for your self-healing, open for your sleep and deep relaxation. Everything is good as it is. Everything relaxes, everything lets go, and all is well. You sleep deeply and all is well. You sleep tight. You dream deeply and all is well with you. Your muscles are warm. You slumber deeply. Everything is soft and everything is good. Sleep well. You have earned it. While you may drift into wonderful dreams, your subconscious takes in the following affirmations. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. I am sleeping deeply and soundly. I allow my breath to take me deeper. I dream of beautiful places. I allow my mind to slumber deeply and soundly. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is safe in my own space. I fall into a peaceful and restful sleep. I relax each of my muscles. With every second, they grow warmer and heavier. Good night, my friend.